Hello guys and welcome to a brand new video. Today I'm here with Solo Leveling episode number 9 reaction. So the previous episode, we have again gathered all together the previous theme that we had in the very first few episodes, the ones that went in to the that place, that dungeon where those big statues were there. Most of the people who have survived from there we have gathered again to go into another dungeon, and all of them we got to see a little bit about all of them, how they were living their lives after surviving. Obviously Juhi, she was struggling because of obviously her fear about the whole situation, but she decided to take up another give it a try again. We have Mr. Kim as well. He obviously has to put food on his family plate and his plate as well, so he decided to go and take on another dungeon even after all of that. We have Mr. Song, who wants to be better this time as a leader, so he's here as well. And obviously we have Jinwoo, and then another guy, I've forgotten his name. So all of them are back again, and is back. The same team is back again. However, this time there are a few criminals joining us who will be obviously under supervision by one of the guys. But they don't seem cooperative at all. They might be a bigger problem in the inside of the dungeon. So we're back into the dungeon again. Obviously, before Jinwoo needs to get his level up again so that he can join the other guild. That his new friend, his guild, because he needs to level up. And to wait for that, he's just going to do what he can. That is going in these normal dungeon raids. So yeah, let's see what happens, because I'm sure this is probably going to go bad again, but because of those guys. But then again, I feel like it'll be a lot better than the previous time where all of them almost got killed, because Jinwoo is a lot stronger now, and yeah, he might be able to I don't know, help everyone out if something like that at least happens, if those guys kind of try to attack us or something, those guys who will be joining us. Either way, let's see what happens today. Episode number which was 10 and 9. Yeah, episode number 9. Let's begin. I'll be putting the subtitles and the timer here, sync it to whichever is your preference, and let's begin. Okay, here's the countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. All right. Well, damn. Ooh, nice. One-handed. Easy work. Ah, birthday present. Yeah. He's been working out, doing the Saitama routine every day. Hmm. Hmm. Oh boy, if they had any idea what Jinwoo has been doing and how much, at what alarming rate he has been growing. Right. Hmm. Oh, what? No. Why are we doing this again? Why are we splitting up? Okay. Uh, he's like, yeah, I'm gonna go there. Only two of them will be going in that group. Yeah, what's up, man? Yeah, what's with that smoke? Oh, I think he realized that the boss is in that. Okay, right. Okay, exactly. You literally said that before. Yeah, that'll be nice. Bro, are they gonna die or something? Why are they saying all of this now? I feel like these two are gonna die. Oh no, they're gonna die, aren't they? Like this is like a whole death flag. Mm, they'll probably do the same. Oh. Oh, this is that guy. The one who told him to kill them. Yeah, he. Right. And obviously, nice. Yeah, they are not remorseful at all. They're like, oh, it's the same thing. Oh, it kind of connected back. No, wait. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It connected to this route. Right. Yeah. I'm pretty sure he does. What happened to those two? No, 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 not these guys. What happened to the other two? Oh my god. Oh god. I was hoping that he didn't do this, but uh, like I guess it's like to keep their mouths shut. He did that, but right. We need to eliminate this guy now. He'll probably come for us as well now. Do you have something? I feel like Jinwoo might have something to help with the wound. And when he was saying that I'm gonna apologize after this, I was like, yeah, he's gonna die. Oh, great. I'm guessing Jinwoo didn't have anything, like any type of potion or something. Right, he'll try to attack us now. There you go. Right, the real monster is this guy here. Right, okay, time to take you out. Yeah. No, he is, but I'm guessing. Yeah. Oh wow. You know what is funny? I feel like that guy Dongsuk or whatever his name was, he also thought he was going to do something like this, and he ended up being dead. Now I'm pretty sure the same thing's going to happen here as well. Weak defense, I guess, but they'll be very fast. Yeah, you don't know. He can fight. Like he's a kendo instructor. Like he's a martial artist. No, he's gone. It's probably an after. Yeah. Hmm. Nice, bro. You better focus on the person you're focusing on. Otherwise, you're going to die. If Jinwoo starts attacking you, god damn it. Yo, these all these hunters are trash. Most of them. Like, what the hell is wrong with them? Oh no, her MP point is gone probably. Well, Jinu, time for you to step up. Oh, oh, okay, nice. No, I don't think it. Oh, come on, Jim, come on. I'm pretty sure it's time. Bruh, shut the hell up. Yo, all these hunters that are like, all these hunters are trash. Like, I'm talking about their personality. Yeah, so what? Damn, his eyes. Nope, a little bit wrong. Isn't really a second awakening, but Oh, he didn't even recognize him. I guess it makes sense. He does look a lot different. Yeah? Oh, really? Okay. We'll see. Well, like these guys deserve this, so it's fine. But what you're doing now is wrong. Bro, shut up. What do you think you are? You think you're like Yagami? Hmm. And you even attacked the other two. Yeah, like I said, you think you're light, Yagami light or something. He probably didn't even take the money. He was like, I'd do it for free. I'm a B rank. I don't see a number of major guilds. Oh yeah, he's literally a psychopath. Great, another piece of crap. This shows a lot of them. Oh, bro, you have no idea. Jinu isn't even. Bro, I'm waiting to see when that big smile on his face is going to fade out. Right? Bro, he has fought Cerberus. Even though this is like a human, still, I don't. I think. Oh, well, yep. There you go. Yeah, you get a lot of EXP points, a lot of rewards as well. All right, here we go. I can't wait to see his smile fade away. Oh my god. Okay. Yeah, he's an assassin. Makes sense. Even my smell. Bro, why are you speaking? Shut up. You're supposed to be hidden. Well, there's always a first time. We'll see. Isn't he bleeding out? He's supposed to be bleeding out because of the debuff. Yeah, like I'm like he has defeated Cerberus. In no way can he die to this freaking guy. Hmm. Bro, shut up. Yeah. Well, unfortunately, you aren't the strongest one here, so okay. Wow. Wow. One-handed. Murders in level 1. Ooh, here we go. His power is going to drop down immensely. Oh, it's over. Yeah, bro. Trash like you deserve to get this treatment. Yeah, right. Okay, whatever. No, what happens in the dungeon stays in the dungeon. You probably yeah. Yeah, that is true. However, you know, okay, what did he get? Ability point 5 runestone stealth, bruh. Yeah, he's going to fight the dungeon boss. Yep. Yeah, it's a D rank dungeon. What is the boss? Let's see. I guess they wouldn't even show it to us because it's too insignificant for him. But here's the thing. Like, since he's again involved in this Jinwoo, a lot of people will be suspicious on him. Yeah. But a lot of people will be suspicious of him now. Yeah. Ooh, okay. Yeah, here we go. I knew this was coming. Wait, is oh no, I feel like Mr. Song is going to yeah. Yeah. Well, we had backup, She's a B rank healer. Hmm. Yeah, this guy's a real deal. Like we saw him fight with that guy. What was his name? Go? Yeah. Hmm. Yeah. Oh, the okay. Hmm. Right, there you go. Whew. A lot of these hunters in the higher position, not higher, I would say in that sense, but he was still a B rank, which was quite high. They are just of questionable characters. Most of them we've seen. But I'm pretty sure, obviously, there are a few good people we can see as well. But yeah, a lot of them, especially people like these guys, like are just egotistical, and they just, and yeah, like it's just like when I thought, like, if he actually decided to kill those criminals because, you know that guy, the dad, told him to do so, and he took it up as a request and only killed them. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, like, like, and he even asked them, like, what are you going to do after this? Or, like, if this was a human being, what would you have done? He also asked all of these questions. So you could see that those criminals were not remorseful at all. And they probably would have done the same crimes again after they came out. So if they decided to. Okay, that's it. If he decided to kill them after that, then yeah, like, like, I guess it's fine. But then when those two came, in the, like, ended up coming into the scene. What's his name? Mr. Kim and the other guy. He decided to obviously end them as well, because otherwise his whole involvement with this thing would come out. And then Jinwoo comes in and he decides to do that. And then we also get to know more about how he says that, oh, I just love killing humans, like, in that flashback that we saw. And by that time I was like, yeah, this guy is equally trash, just like the others. Like, something like that. And I'm like, come on, like, all the, like, higher most of the higher ranked players we have met, not players, what are they, these guys, that guy first, that guy, what was his name, Dongsuk or whatever, him, his teammates, now this dude, like, all of them are just horrible people. Like, what the hell? Is this, like, I guess it kind of makes sense, because, more power you have, the more you'll try to misuse it, especially if you have, like, strong backing. Like, for example, that guy, Dongsuk, like I said, that him, his brother is someone, he's an S ranker as far as I can remember. And then we have this freaking guy who hides in, like, like, who just, as he said, he probably did this before as well. He goes into the dungeon and probably kills the people, and like, makes it as if, like, oh, it was an accident, or they got taken out by the dungeon monsters. That's how he officially probably tells everyone what happened. So yeah, this guy was also pretty damn trash. So, I'm like, good god, can we at least meet someone who is, like, at a higher rank, and who's actually, like, a decent human being? I think we have met a few of them. For example, that girl, what's her name, Cha or something, Chai, or I've forgotten her name. That girl, the S ranker girl, she seems like a nice person. Who else? The That guy, the one, Mr. Go, who he's pretty strong. I'm pretty sure he's like a former S ranker. He seems like a nice person. This guy as well. What's his name? Wu. Yeah, I think that's his name. The A ranker. He also seems like a decent person. So I feel like these people are decent. That other two guys that we saw in the previous episode, I've forgotten their names. The one who has, like, the red hair with the glasses. That guy. Then the other guy, like, those two also seem like decent people. But these two, like, that we met recently, Dongsuk and this freaking guy, yeah, they're just horrible people, right? And the more he meets these horrible people, as we can see, Jinwoo's, like, emotions are just getting ripped off one after the other, and he's like, yeah, is this, like, these are the people that I'm trying to help? Or, like, like, no, not help, sorry, these are the people that we are dealing with. These are the people that we're dealing with. So yeah, we're getting exploited by these people. They're doing whatever the hell they want to, while we, the people who are supposed to be weaker than them, we're suffering in their hands. And so we saw, like, today's episode, as he said, like, another one of my emotions got stripped out because of this. So yeah, and, like, honestly speaking, like, as soon as we saw Jinwoo started fighting him, I was like, yeah, in no way can this freaking guy do anything to Jinwoo. Yeah, he might be a B ranker. He might be very he might have a lot of skills, like stealth skills and stuff like that. But come on, he like Jinwoo fought that Cerberus. He fought that big snake before as well. You think he's going to like struggle against someone like this? In no way. If they actually showed him struggle against him, like yeah, if this guy was like an A ranker, I would have been like, all right, you know what, yeah, it would make sense. He probably would have struggled against it. But he's a B ranker, so, and I'm pretty sure Jinwoo right now is probably close to C rank. Obviously he's an E rank, but like combat wise, perspective wise, he's probably like top C rank or something like that, or maybe bottom B rank, something like that. He's probably now. So he defeated Cerberus, and he has so many ability points. He has all that healing stuff, and he has that weapon. In no way is he going to struggle against someone like this. And yeah, as we saw in the end, it was correct. He just like when especially when that thing came up, that extra, like the emergency quest that he gets whenever someone attacks him or he becomes a threat to him, he just went all out there, and he just took care of it so easily and so quickly. And I'm like, yeah, this is what I'm talking about. Like, in no way someone who fought against Cerberus, and we saw like Cerberus was strong, he like Cerberus was like an actual threat in front of him. Like, he almost, like Cerberus almost killed him. But this freaking guy, in no way. In no way is he doing anything to Jinwoo after he survived the Cerberus attack. So yeah, it was taken care of quite easily. And I can see, like this guy said something like like the more you're the same way, you and me are both killing machines at this point, and which is why I'll die because I lost. And he's like, oh, now that you've killed me, you cannot keep your identity hidden. Obviously we take care of that as well later on, because Mr. Park was like, yeah, you know what, I'm the one who did it. So right, so even though that guy Wu, he is pretty suspicious of Jinwoo, but still, at least we have dodged the bullet now, for the time being. Because as he said, if his identity got revealed, then he won't be able to team up with that guy, his new friend, and it will be kind of a troublesome situation. And obviously this freaking guy, he says stuff like, oh, your shadow stretches into some really nasty places. The more you look at the abyss will look at you. Stuff like that he's saying. And I'm like, yeah, right, whatever. Because, he's not wrong, but at the same time, I feel like if you, like, even if you have power, if you know what you're doing with it, and if you know yourself, if you don't step into that, path, you'll be fine with it. There's a lot of people with a lot of power who uses it responsibly, and who not trash people, like human beings like this freaking guy and that Dongsuk guy. They're all fine. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people here in this show as well who are S rankers and stronger, and they're not garbage human beings like these two. So they're doing it fine. So yeah, all like like it is. You need to use your power carefully and responsibly. That's basically it. So I don't think Jinwoo is going to go into that type of situation, because he is the type of person who has struggled and came from that very bottom, like place. He's an E ranker, the weakest person, as people call him. So someone like him, who knows the struggle of the people at his place and who has gone through all of it, I doubt he's going to become an upstart, like narcissistic, and like piece of human garbage like these people that we are seeing now. Even if he gains a lot of power, yeah, he might struggle with a few moral dilemmas here and there now and then, but in no way I can see Jinwoo stepping into that path, like, right. And this is another thing I believe, like, as they say, like, oh, like, like as he was saying, like, the more you get your power, the power will consume you, this and that, all that stuff. There's another thing that I believe. I feel like you need to be a certain type of human being from the inside for you to step into that darkness. Like, if you're a genuinely good person, in no way a lot of power can transform you into someone like that. I don't know, that's just what I believe from the bottom of my heart, because like, you need to have a certain way of looking at the world for you to get kind of consumed by that power. And I don't know, I don't think Jinwoo is going to go in that direction. And yeah, like, either way, only time will tell. But yeah, I don't see that happening. Yeah, in no way can I see that happening, because there's a lot of other things. Because, for example, like, yeah, Jinwoo might get a lot, like, as we are seeing, more he's like fighting, more he's like doing all of these things, more he's meeting people like these people, he is getting disappointed in human beings in general. As we can see, he's like, these people are just garbage. Like, they prey on the weak, they like, they do all of these things. And yeah, he's just getting more and more disappointed, and as he said, like, his emotions are getting stripped off. But that only is happening when he's facing people like this guy and Dong-suk, like, people like them. He himself has struggled, and he himself has been a victim to people like them. So I don't think he's going to become someone like them in the future, because that's definitely going to go completely against his morals. Like, in no way is that going to happen. So yeah, I can see power consuming him, and he might become more ruthless as time goes by. I'm talking about Jinwoo. But in no way will he do something wrong or step into like the evil territory. In no way do I see him doing that. Yeah, he might become more ruthless. He might become more like unemotional. He might not feel like anything after he kills people. That might happen. In that sense, the power might consume him. But I don't think he's ever going to take that step where he's going to do actually evil things. That's never going to happen. Or I would like to think that's not going to happen, because he is someone who has come from that bottom. He was a victim. He was someone who got exploited before as well. And like, and he knows what it is to be a weakling. So I don't see him becoming, from a victim, I don't see him becoming the bully or like the person who does bad stuff like this. In no way do I see him becoming like that. But like I said, only time will tell. I haven't really read the manhwa, so I have no idea how this is going to go. But yeah, okay. Now, yeah, that was today's episode basically, and we got to see a few things. Obviously, Mr. What's his name? Mr. Song and Juhi, both of them knows now that Jinwoo has this power, or like, I doubt they know the whole thing. I doubt they can even imagine the whole extent of his power, but they have a little inkling to what happened. Like, as they think they think it's like a second awakening. And that's why he's gotten stronger and stuff like that. So the one who are closest to knowing Jinwoo's secret currently are these two, and I'm sure they're not going to tell anyone. They're going to keep it to themselves, definitely. And we literally saw Mr. Song like cover for Jinwoo. He said that, "Oh, I'm the one who did that." Because he realized that Jinwoo is trying to keep his power a secret, and he realized that if he like reveals his power here, it'll probably be inconvenient for him for whatever he's trying to do. So he decided to cover for him, which was nice. And it's also believable because Mr. Kim, not Mr. Kim, sorry, Mr. Song was like a C ranker, yeah, and we have Juhi, a B rank healer. So yeah, that's why it was at least believable. Even though I don't think Mr. Wu believed them, or he is at least a little bit suspicious. But yeah, it is believable that these two actually were the ones who defeated and this guy. Right. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Wu kind of feels it a little bit suspicious, because just think about it. Wu knows that Jinwoo was both in that incident, the whole incident where, like, that whole incident, the first incident, and this incident as well, where weird things like this is happening. I'm pretty sure if he tries to like see the records, he's also going to realize that Jinwoo is also involved in the in the Dong-suk incident as well. So every single like dungeon he's going, something weird is happening, and then somehow he's surviving somehow. So it's pretty obvious that something is up with Jinwoo. He's easily going to be more suspicious about him, because this is the third time something weird like this has happened. Where a lot of the people got wiped out, and he was the one who always survived, even though he's supposed to be the weakest one. So how is he surviving all the time? Is it luck every single time? Like, what is happening? I'm sure he'll be suspicious of him. But, obviously he doesn't have any proof, so he cannot really say anything or do anything. But yeah, I feel like, I feel like, it's going to just be a matter of time that Jinwoo's actual power level is not going to be a secret anymore. Most of the people will realize about him and his power, because this is something that he cannot really keep a secret for a long amount of time. The more he fights, like, monsters and goes in dungeon raids and stuff, more people will realize that he's stronger than he looks like. He isn't an E ranker, he's way stronger than that. The more people will realize that. So this isn't, I doubt this is going to be something like, where the superhero hides their identity and keeps it a secret for like the whole show in itself. I doubt it's going to be anything like that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he will try to keep it a secret for a good amount of time, and it's probably going to get revealed soon enough, because this isn't something that he can keep a secret. In no way can he do that. If he really like plans on leveling up and doing like crazy dungeon raids, like in an A rank or S rank dungeon raids, in no way can his power level be kept a secret. Like, just think about it. What's the whole narrative going to be? Like an E ranker going to an S rank dungeon and surviving every single time? Because I'm pretty sure like it's going to be a matter of time that he'll level up, and he'll probably start going to S rank dungeons. So like how would that even work? Obviously everyone will realize that, yeah, he's hiding his abilities or something like that. So yeah, I don't think it's going to be one of those where he keeps his identity secret for the whole thing. But I'm pretty sure it's going to be revealed in just a matter of time. Everyone will know, and when everyone will know that he's so strong, then yeah, a lot of people will probably try to get him in their guilds and stuff like that. Maybe, who knows? We'll see. But either way, yeah, let's see how this goes, and there you go. Right. And I love how they didn't even show the dungeon boss in today's episode, because I'm pretty sure it was a D rank dungeon boss. So he probably just went there and like just did a double tap and it's over. The dungeon boss is dead. Like, he fought Cerberus. Like, in no way is this D rank dungeon boss doing anything to him. So the fight was probably so insignificant that they completely just didn't even show it to us. Right. Okay. Right, so that was today's episode. Now let me talk about this episode scene by scene. In the beginning part of this episode, we get to see them going inside the dungeon, and a lot of goblins coming in and them fighting the goblins. The prisoners are fighting, everyone is fighting. And you can see Jinwoo is also holding his, like, ground pretty damn easily, because, he's just that strong. Freaking goblins, what can they do to him? And you can see Mr. Song is like, wow, he has changed. His aura and everything has changed. He's pretty strong as well. So yeah, it's nice to see that he has improved. Now next we get to see there's like a fort in the path, 3 directions. So Jinwoo is like, all right, I can see the leftmost path being the dungeon boss, like, path. So let me take that path. So he's, like, and then we have that guy. What is his name? Wait, what is his name? Okay, wait, what's his name? Kang. Yeah, that's his name, Kang. So Kang goes in the middle, like, like the path with all the prisoners. Now here's the thing, I was like, okay, why are you guys like splitting up again? Like, yeah, I understand it's a D rank dungeon, but who knows what's going to happen? Like, like, yeah. So I felt like we should, like, stick together. But it makes sense now more why, like, especially Kang decided to split up, because he wanted to take the prisoners to like a separate route, so that he could just kill them and probably say something like, oh, the monsters got them, or something like that. And that was probably what he was planning to do. But what he didn't realize is one of the other routes actually kind of interconnected to this path. So those two, Kim and the other guy, they ended up kind of seeing the whole thing and they became like witnesses to this whole situation. So Kang decided to kill them as well. Either way, and he goes into the middle path over there. Kim, not yeah, Kim goes into the other path while Jinwoo takes the other path where supposedly the dungeon boss is supposed to be. So while they were fighting, Kim talks to the other guy and he kind of says like, you know what, I feel like we should apologize, because whatever you say, like, we were the ones who decided to just sacrifice him, and yeah, so I think the least we could do is apologize. And okay, here's the thing. As soon as he was saying this, I was like, all right, they're probably going to die. However, I thought they were going to some like this is the thing. I was like, okay, it seems like they're probably making this whole scene where they're going to die probably because he's saying stuff like this. But I was thinking, how will they die? Because in no way is the dungeon boss doing anything to them because Jinwoo will be there in that side. So I was trying to think what's going to happen. So there was a part of me that was also like, yeah, I doubt he's going to die. Like most of the time the animes kind of plays on these tropes, like these death flag tropes, these cliches that they do, like whenever, and like now that's why in a lot of the shows it's like a freaking running joke nowadays, like whenever people talk about what they're going to do after, like they're going to like a very dangerous mission or something, and if they start talking about what they'll do after coming back, that's a freaking death flag. Stuff like this where they're like in a dangerous situation and they're like, oh, I'm going to do this after we survive this or after this whole thing ends. That's a death flag. So these are like tropes, and like obviously since they are tropes, a lot of animes used to follow them and like do them. So it's so prevalent that at a point of time it became like a complete, what can I say, like a running joke that, yeah, like these are like literally death flags. I've seen other animes kind of joke about this as well, where characters are literally like, don't say stuff like this, these are death flags, where the anime characters literally like joke on it. I've seen. So since these are tropes, these might or might not happen. So there was a part of me that was thinking that he might die, but then there was another part of me thinking that how is that even going to happen? Because Jinwoo is on the other side where the dungeon boss is. If the criminals do something to them, I'm pretty sure Kang can take care of the criminals. So I was thinking, how are they even going to die? So maybe it's not going to happen. Maybe it's like a false flag. That's what I thought. In no way in my wildest dreams did I even imagine that Kang would be the one to kill these two. Because I genuinely thought that, like Kang would just be the type of person who, I don't know, is like a chill type of a guy. Like, like people like him, usually in animes, as we have seen, like characters like him, they aren't really the bad guys. Like just think about any type of anime, and a character like Kang, who's like has this cool face with like like talks very less. We have what's him, like in a lot of animes we have characters like him. I don't think I have seen any animes where we have a character like him who is a bad person. So I automatically thought that Kang wouldn't be like a bad type of person. I just thought that, yeah, he's just like an observer, and also the fact that he was along with Wu, that guy, and all of these reasons were the reasons why I never thought that he would do something like this. So I generally didn't really think, even though I kind of joked around that, oh no, is this like is this like a death flag or something? I genuinely didn't think that he might, like Kim might die in this episode. So yeah, it was a shock when like he said like like I'm going to apologize after this, and then next what we get to see is Kang like asking those guys, those criminals, a question that, oh, like you guys are fighting like this, like you, if these were humans, what would you have done? And they're like, oh, I'd do the same thing, and like flashback, like a little recollection where we get to see that guy who tried to hire Kang to kill these three criminals and offering him money, and then Kang decided to kill these three. So up until this point, I was like, yeah, you know what? These guys have no remorse. Yeah, Kang is killing them. It's fine. But then this is where the whole problem begins. Kim and this other guy comes in. So even here, I was like, oh no, this is bad. So this is where I started realizing little by little that, oh no, is he going to kill them? Because like that's what it seems like is going to happen. And yeah, that's what happens. Kang kills them, or almost like heavily injures Kim, and leaves him be. At which Jinwoo, after hearing the screams, comes in rushing. Okay, so at this point, I was like, yeah, you know what? I'm guessing he probably decided to kill them because um, they were witnesses, and I wasn't really happy about that. But at the same time, I was thinking like, you know what? Right, I guess he was forced to do it. Otherwise, like, yeah, it would have been a problem. But still, I was thinking like, this is not good. Like, I don't like the fact that they decided to attack innocent human beings. Like these two were innocent. They weren't murderers. They weren't criminals. They weren't anything like that. So in that sense, I was kind of disturbed by this type of morality that Kang had. So yeah, obviously at this point of time, I still didn't know that the type of person Kang was. So I was still trying to think like, yeah, this guy is doing something bad, which I wasn't expecting. Because at the end of the day, he was the one who took in the request for taking care of those criminals. So I thought that, yeah, maybe he was a good person, but he didn't. But it was still contradicting, like the part of me that was thinking that he was a good person, but then he decided to kill these innocent people. So it was contradicting to me. Like I said, I didn't know what type of person he was at that point. What really changed my perspective on him is later on in that scene where we see when Kang was like, shows the flashback again, and when the dad was offering him money, and he was like, oh, like, I don't need money, I'll just do it because I like doing it, I like killing humans. That's when my whole impression on him changed. I was like, oh my god, this guy's trash. He's not the type of person I thought he was. Because I don't know, I just assumed that he was at least someone with a good moral system, because he decided to take the like the job of dealing with these criminals, because obviously the government isn't going to do anything, as we saw. Like, and these criminals, they in no way are they reformed. What's happening is even that their whole like prison sentence is going to get even more reduced because they're doing this. So I thought that, oh, he's acting as like a like a he took that offer from him and he decided to kill them. So he must be someone who has a like a good morality. Even though he's killing them, but still. But I didn't realize that this guy does it for the thrill. And he literally does it to everyone or anyone. So this is where, like, that is the part when he said that, where I completely changed my mind. I was like, nah, this guy, he needs to go, because he is similar to them. Like the guys that he killed, he's exactly similar to them. Yeah, like there's no like 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 difference. So yeah, like that is where I completely changed my mind, and I realized like what type of person this guy is. This Kang guy is. Okay, so yeah, like Jinu comes in, tries to help Kim, but Kim is dying. And Juhi tries to help him out by healing him, but it doesn't work. And like Jinu is like, "Come on, like, and if you want to apologize, properly apologize. Like you have to survive." But he's like, "No, I cannot. Like I don't think I'll be able to survive." So he apologizes, and then he ends up dying. So yeah, there you go. And then Kang comes in. Right. So here, obviously nobody knows that Jinwoo's power is this much now. So Mr. Song decides to take up the fight, and he asks Juhi to do like a little buff on him, and decides to fight against Kang. But Kang is pretty damn strong, as we saw. He's like an assassin. And yeah, but Mr. Song is also pretty strong as well. And with Juhi's buffs, he was holding his ground up until the later part where he wasn't able to keep up with Kang. Okay, so like I said, while all of this is happening, this is where we realize where is that part? I'm going to go back to that part where we get to see that flashback again, where Kang is like, I'm just going to I'm trying to find that part because I'm going to read that section, that exact words that he said. Where is it? Where we get to know that he is actually doing this. Here we go. Why am I working for peanuts in the hunting association? It's because I find people a whole lot more fun to kill than bees. There you go. This one. This is like where I was like, yeah, this guy is equally like trash as the other like guys that we met before. So yeah, it's just, you know, it's just like a recurring theme I can see. Like people like this are just like doing stuff like this, exploiting other people and making their life like a living hell. um Right. And when he said something like that, I was like, yeah, he was probably one of the reasons why a lot of people are suddenly like, like disappearing. As we know, like we've gotten to hear multiple news where a lot of people in the dungeons are going missing. He was probably the reason why, you know, like he probably was like a supervisor for a lot of these situations, and he ended up killing the people there inside the dungeon. And that's probably what was going on. So yeah, it's just people like them that are just, right. So either way, as soon as he said that, I'm like, yeah, this guy, I don't know what I expected him to be. When he decided to kill those guys and take that offer from the dad, I thought maybe, like, what, he's like one of those people who is like, like like obviously he's killing those criminals, but at the same time he's doing this for like, since they are criminals and they are like, they are not reformed at all. And they're doing this as like a personal, he's doing this as a personal justice or something, like that, I thought, which he was actually, because there was a section where he says like, oh, scums like them, like, I'm just doing the world a favor by taking them out. But then again, that is just like, like the philosophy of Yagami Light. If you've seen Death Note, you'll know, it was the same thing that Light Yagami used to do. He took up the justice system and the whole thing in his own hands and decided and became the monster himself. He started by thinking he's going to kill these monsters and take them out of the world, and that's how he's going to make the world a more better place and a peaceful place. But he himself ended up becoming the monster, enjoying this thing and having the thrill completely change him. So that's what happened with Light. And like, and he was kind of like that from the beginning, as we saw, but still, like, that's not a way to do this. So right, like, I don't know what I expected. I expected this guy to be a good person, but then in the end we get to know he's also one of them, like just completely drowning in his own powers and just doing stuff like this for the thrill of it and for his own amusement, which is obviously not correct at all. But he decides to go and fight against Jinwoo. Jinwoo fights against him, and like this whole battle, you can see, like, it seems like like in certain sections it seemed like that Jinwoo is going to struggle in the battle, because when Kang was like using those, like, like kind of those tricks, cheap tricks, like throwing sand into his eyes and kind of disappearing using stealth and all of that, it, for moments of time, it seemed like actually that, oh no, is he going to overpower Jinwoo? But I was like, in no way. If he somehow overpowers Jinwoo, in no way can I accept that and stomach that, because Jinwoo is the one who fought the Cerberus and defeated it. And after defeating him, he got so much level up and he got, like, stuff like that as well. In no way can I see this freaking guy do anything to Jinwoo. So, like I said, if this guy was like an A ranker, I would have believed it. But he's a B ranker, so I was like, nah. Like, I'm not going to stomach the fact that this guy is going to be, like, a problem for Jinwoo. I'm pretty sure Jinwoo is just, like, not even using all of his power in against this. And it seemed like that was exactly what he was doing. He, like, at first it seemed like he was struggling, but then he realized that, as he said, that, what, like, where is it? One of my emotions. Okay, here we go. Jinwoo says, sorry. Could you be a little less bloodthirsty? Now you've done it. Even the systems noticed it, and then that whole thing popped up, the mission emergency quest. And this is where he completely changes, and he's like, yeah, you know what, I'm just going to take care of you very quickly. um and then again, he fights, and it seems like he's struggling, one after the other. He attacks him and he fights, but his legs get injured here. He kind of trips down, and you can see that it seems like he's struggling, but then again he just uses his full recovery and just gets up. And here we go. This is where he says, right. That's another one of my emotions gone. I don't even need to get angry to kill filth like you. Right. So yeah, there you go. That's what he says, and this is where everything changes. This is where he completely like overpowers Kang by a mile. Like up until this, it seemed like it was kind of going back and forth, back and forth. He's strong, but then it seems like he's kind of struggling. Then it's like But from here onward, it's like completely. And I'm like, yeah, this is how it's supposed to be. If he went all out from the beginning, I'm sure he could have completely ended this battle in a matter of a few minutes. But like yeah, like it's just in no way could I see Jinwoo struggling against this guy, the same Jinwoo who fought like a Cerberus. So right, and here's where the main thing begins. You can see not Park, sorry, what's his name, Song, and Juhi was kind of listening to that whole thing, and Song was like, oh, so situations like this happened before as well, and he had to kill people. So it's not only his exterior power and like everything that changed, he changed from internally as well. And yeah, and this is where like he like goes all out. The guy Kang tries to attack him, but he's just dodging, not even dodging, he's just parrying the attacks, like using his like his dagger. And he's keeping an eye on him, or like realizing where he's coming from by tracking his bloodlust. So he keeps doing that, and bam, it's over in the end. Like this, in the torso is over. And here is where after this he says a few things like, oh, like you're just like me, this and that. The more you look at the abyss, the more the abyss will look at you, all that stuff. And I'm like, yeah, I understand. Sometimes this happens. Like your power can it can overpower you, and you can drown in it and stuff like that. But I don't know. I don't get the feeling Jinwoo will ever reach that point. He might lose a lot of his emotions. He might become more cold. He might become more ruthless. But in no way can I see Jinwoo becoming someone who walks a path like this, the path of a scum or a criminal. I don't see that. He might become more emotionless. He might become more ruthless. But he's never going to walk this path. Or at least that's what I would think, because he's the type of person. Jinwoo is a person who came from that bottom. In no way will he become a person who will become scum like these guys who bully the people in the bottom. Because he was the one who came from there. In no way do I see that happening. But who knows? I might be wrong. I doubt I will be wrong. No, I don't see him going that path at all. But it is true. He is definitely becoming like losing his emotions day by day. And he's kind of becoming a lot more colder, a lot more ruthless. That might happen, but I don't think he's ever going to walk the wrong path. Okay, right after that, it's over. They come out of the dungeon. Wait, what did he get? Just a minute, I think he got something. He got obviously 5 ability points. What was the other thing that he got? Runestone stealth. Okay, runestone he got. That's interesting. So I'm guessing runestone is something that you have to like install maybe in something. Like it's a runestone, so it's not really an ability or a skill. So I do wonder how he will be able to use it. Let's wait and see. Is it like a consumable like runestone? Like once you use it, it's over, or you can like install it into something? I do wonder. Anyways, I'm sure we'll get our answers later. Either way, he can use stealth now. I'm guessing from here onwards. Like he literally got his power, like Kang's power. Yeah, and then they come out, and you can see Wu is here. and Wu is like, who was the one who killed Kang? And Wu realized here that Kang has been doing all of these things before as well, and he's thinking, he's like, God damn it, like he was just underneath my nose. How did I not realize it? Um, Either way, he comes in and he asks, and here you can see Jinwoo was thinking like, yeah, I should come clean, but obviously if he comes clean, like his whole deal with that other guy, not going to work out. But that is where Song was like, oh, it was me. Like I, along with Juhi, were able to do it. So I doubt Wu believed them, or I'm pretty sure Wu is suspicious on Jinwoo, because yeah, it's pretty obvious. Like just think about it. This is the third time something like this has happened, where something crazy like this has happened, and somehow he, even though he's the weakest and an E ranker, he's the one who survived. This is the third time. Obviously, people will be suspicious, but they'll be like, "What is going on?" I think he's suspicious, but obviously he cannot really say anything. Park, uh, uh, what's his name? Mr. Song himself is telling that I'm the one who did it. Even Juhi's like, yeah, I'm also the one who healed them and helped them out. So he doesn't have any proof or anything to say. So yeah, I think he drops it because of that. Either way, Jinwoo here realizes that yeah, I was getting a little bit cocky, but seeing this guy and seeing his aura, he's an A ranker and he's way more than I can handle. So I think for now, Jinwoo's goal should be to at least reach the same level as this guy. This guy, Wu, this guy. So yeah, there you go. And later on, that guy also, like the father of the victim, he also turned himself in, and he was like, after giving his statement, it was considered self-defense. So everything is okay. And in the end, we see Juhi kind of asking Jinwoo that, oh, do you remember this? That Amana crystal or the Mana stone, whatever you call it. She kind of shows it to him, and that's where it ended. So yeah, there you go. That was today's episode. So episode number 9, that was it. So thanks for watching. This was my reaction. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to press the like button. Subscribe if you're new to the channel or you haven't subscribed. Comment down below. Anything you want to say, anything you want to let me know, I'll check them out. That is it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next week with another episode of Solo Leveling. Until then, goodbye and have a nice day.